All right, you guys. So we are now live on YouTube. So that was awesome. That was quick. And I'm going to go ahead and record this to the cloud as well so we can save this for other marketing that we're going to do in the future. All right, you guys. So today's training is going to be a couple of simple ways to help you guys win listings with Facebook ads as well as direct mail. So we're going to make this pretty short and sweet today. We're going to go through a couple of different types of Facebook ads that you guys can run. And then William's actually going to show us how to use those listings to leads to quickly build these type of Facebook ads. And then we're also going to cover what types of ads are going to perform best for direct mail. And then the marketing ninja, Kelly Wheeler, the real ninja, is going to walk us through how to go ahead and get those postcards sent out with direct mail through mailbox power. So we'll go ahead and move forward and get this rocking and rolling. So types of ads to run on Facebook so that you can generate listings. So the big one, everybody's going to have seen these, is a what's my home worth ad. We're going to look at just listed ads. So this is when you have a new listing that comes available. A new listing is also a good way to capture a seller. A lot of these buyer leads that are coming through today actually have a home that they need to sell before they can make a move and purchase a property. So just listed is great. Pending, this is a great way to showcase to these homeowners that you just sold a listing in their neighborhood and that you could be the perfect person to sell theirs. Recently sold is doing the exact same thing. Market update would be where you guys would do a video where you discuss what's going on in the local market, and maybe not locally, maybe at a national level, you're discussing what's going on with the real estate market as a whole, and just educating those homeowners and giving them an idea as to whether some key indicators are as to whether now is a good time or not to sell. Right. Seller's guide. And again, the market update is actually going to be more of a retargeting ad than it would be for generating leads. But once you've captured their information, running market update videos to them will help instill confidence in that potential homeowner and give them a better opportunity to reach out to you as their go-to agent when it comes time to sell their house. So when we look at seller's guides another great way to generate leads at a low cost. You're running an ad showcasing a seller's guide that'll give them the best tips and tricks to sell their home. Neighborhood update is going to be similar to a market update, but it's going to be on a much more niche level. So micro farm niche level, you're targeting those folks that are in a specific neighborhood and you're updating them on the sales and transactions in that particular neighborhood and what's going on. Property tours, Jim Neal does a great job with these. Actually, I don't see him on our training today. He's normally on here, but Jim does property tours on every single one of his listings. He goes through and shoots a video, walks through that property, points out the good, the bad, the ugly, things that he loves, things that he doesn't like, and just puts together a really solid tour so that he can present that to either potential homeowners that are potential homeowners looking to list, or present it to home buyers that are looking to purchase. So he leverages those property tours and listing presentations as well. Then of course, neighborhood announcements. If there's any new restaurant that's coming into town, any new business, anything along those lines, anywhere that you need to update that specific neighborhood that you like to target, that would be a great thing to do. And note on these Facebook ads, using automatic placements will get your ads everywhere you want eyeballs to see them. And as those ads underperform, Facebook will remove placements. So just a little quick reminder, use automatic placements. It's awesome. So we're going to go through some examples of what a what's my home worth ad look like. So you can see we've got 3 different ads that are here and they all have different messaging, right? So thinking about selling your house, find the value of the property in today's market, completely free, fully transparent, local experts, no obligation. So this is a really good ad. It's got a photo of a home on the front that's going to catch your eye. It's got beautiful landscaping that's been done. If you guys are going to be running these style of ads and you're building them on your own, be sure to use a property that fits your guys' local marketplace. I've seen some agents that live in the Pacific Northwest that have ran ads with palm trees in the front yard. And I can tell you, we don't have palm trees in the Pacific Northwest. Looked completely out of place. So be sure if you guys are pulling any stock images, make sure it looks like your marketplace and it can be where you live, because that's a big one. But you can just see that it's a super simple message, 3 lines, meaning if you have a 3-line message, then your entire line is going to be viewed on your Facebook ad. Whereas if you were to have, say, 4 lines or 5 lines like this, you'd actually only see this first row on Facebook. and then you'd have to expand the ad copy down so that you can see the rest of your copy at the top. But typically these What's My Home Worth ads, they're running right now about $45 cost per lead on Facebook. And that's what we're seeing for a national average on cost for these. These used to be $10 to $15 cost per lead, but there's so much competition in the local marketplace and everybody wants to win listings that the cost on these ads has gone through the roof as far as your cost per lead acquisition on these. Now, if we look at a just listed ad, on the other hand, we're actually seeing that a ton of our sellers today are coming from buyer ads that are being ran generating buyers, right? And so you can see we've got 3 different examples of that just listed property or just listed ad here. And so our average cost per lead on just listed properties is actually $4 to $5 cost per lead. And you can see the average time for conversion is about 6 months to a year on those. So you guys can pick up a buyer from a just listed property and find out by asking one simple question: is there a home that you have to sell in order to purchase your new home? If they say yes, then you know you've got an opportunity to win a listing there as well. The next one is going to be pending listings. So again, this kind of boils down to the premise of showcasing to homeowners that you've recently sold a home in their marketplace. I recommend doing this in the form of mailer as well as Facebook advertising when you're running these ads to local homeowners in a marketplace. And as you can see here, these are going to run about $30 to $45 per lead. Conversion looks about 6 months to a year out on those pending properties. It's when you're running those specifically on Facebook. Now, market updates. This is a couple of examples of what your market update ad could look like. And again, I would recommend using these to remarket your current leads that you have brought into your database, and use these to help solidify and build trust in yourself, build your brand, and let them know that you are the local realtor that has superior dominance in that market and a grasp on what's going on. The next one that we are going to take a look at is seller's guides. So pretty straightforward. We want to just give them all the information that they need to sell their home quickly and for the highest price point imaginable. And these seller's guide ads, we're seeing these coming anywhere from $10 to $25 cost per lead. And the big thing is with internet leads, the average conversion time on these that we're seeing is about 6 months to a year. In some cases, you guys may be looking at an 18-month cycle on those, but we found about 6 months to a year is where we're looking with our clients. Neighborhood updates. Again, this is a remarketing campaign that you guys are going to want to run. And there actually won't be any cost per lead on these. I forgot to delete that from this slide, but this is something that you guys would use for remarketing and retargeting your local marketplace of sellers that have reached out to you. Same goes for neighborhood update as well. So I'm going to actually go ahead and let William at this point in time take over the screen share. He's going to jump into listings to leads and show us how to build a handful of these ads that we just showed you guys run really well and can generate a good flow of listings for yourselves.
All right. Hey, everybody. So what we've got in our system in listings to leads, I should say, are the PDF guides. And one of the things that I love about PDF guides are that you're giving something of value to someone, right? You're not just taking information and then hoping that they're going to respond to you. You're giving something of value that they can actually sit down and take the time to learn something that might benefit them in their home selling or home buying journey. So that to me is great in itself. Now, another thing that's great with these PDF guides is that they are custom branded to you. Okay, so it has your photo, it has your email, your phone number, your logo, and I think that's about it. But one thing I do want to mention is if you are doing a PDF guide ad, make sure that in your profile tab that you have uploaded your profile photo. So right in here, you want to make sure that you add your profile photo. And another thing that I see happen sometimes is if your team name isn't there, go ahead and add that in as well so that your team name is listed in the PDF guides as well. So let's jump into the PDF guides here. Now, this is a great little pop-up that Listings to Leads actually does for you. And you can go in and do this anytime you want. So if you yourself have a color scheme for your brand, you can actually come into here and change the entire color scheme for your PDF guides, for landing pages, for a whole bunch of things. So you change it once and it's going to automatically change that again. And I'm trying to get this. Here we go, themes. So up in the top right here is where the themes are. For some reason that pop-up didn't work. So we've got under your profile section, which I was just in, where it showed your profile details and showed your photo and everything. If you go under appearance, there are a lot of different things that you can do under the appearance section. So for example, you can see this is a preview for like your website or different areas for that. So go ahead and choose. You can actually do your own custom colors on this. So you can set up your own custom colors, or you can just actually go by brokerage. So we have a lot of EXP agents that are in here. They've already actually set up the custom color coding for EXP Realty. I'm not going to change that now for our client because he's already got his own, but there's a lot of different things that you can do to personalize this. Looks like you can also add in your own custom banner. And let's see what also they've now added the social share image templates. So you can actually create your own social sharing templates in here as well. So a few things to look into on the appearance section. Go ahead and change your colors, add in your logos, so that all automatically loads onto those PDF guides. Okay, now let's jump into the seller PDF guides. You'll notice up here at the top, this is pretty cool. Listings to Leads just updated this the other day. There's now a recommended section. And so I'm loving these top ones here. It would seem to me that these would all work in pretty much any market. So we've got how to negotiate when you're selling your home, a first-time home seller's guide, 5 dangers of overpricing, 25 factors that impact your home value, 12 mistakes to avoid when you're selling your home, and divorce and real estate. So all pretty good categories in here. And it's noted that you can actually download any one of these. Okay, so you can download a text only version, or you can download the regular version, and you can also download these in Spanish. So they're automatically generated in both English and Spanish. So let's go ahead and download one of these and actually take a look at what this PDF looks like. So I just want to be able to show you guys the value that you're going to be giving to these potential leads and the way that it works. And I'll show this to you when we jump into the ad creation itself, is that they submit their information on the lead form, and Listings to Leads has an actual autoresponder that is going to send them an email with a link for them to click and download. So this is essentially what they would then receive after they download from that link from Listings to Leads. So home seller negotiation secrets. So you can see right here, we've got first the home value update. So they can click on this and it'll automatically jump to a home valuation landing page. But we've got the client's branding information here with his name, phone number, and email, his headshot. He's also got his logo here. And so if you guys have not gone in and added in your logos or headshots into your profiles on that, make sure you do so. so that that's loaded in everywhere. So that's the great part about listings to leads, is that everything's dynamic pretty much. They've made it so that you just have to change things once and it's updated all across the board. So let's jump down. We've got, of course, his color schemes in here as well. So you can see that this background is actually orange and green. So if we had changed these colors to the EXP colors, this is kind of where you would see the color changes in that. Okay. And you can see here, these are really amazing PDFs, right? So there's a lot of great content in here. 3 possible goals: create a bidding war, drive urgency, make more money, right? Everybody listing a home wants to be able to do that. So really great PDFs. Now let's jump into the actual ad creation. It's pretty simple. You find the one that you want to build the ad for, and you're going to click the add button, and you're going to choose either English or Spanish. Okay. So when you click to create the ad, it's going to automatically load that here into the system. Now you're going to want to add in your location, and what I'm seeing work better for these is going to be a lifetime budget versus a daily budget.
I think we just lost internet connection with William. Let's give him a second and see if he comes back.
Here we go. I'm back.
There you go. Now we've got sound from you.
Okay. Yep. Sorry, guys. My internet, it's pouring down rain. Running the seller ads, we want to make sure we have seller questions on the lead form. So listings to leads has already automatically synced the what is your time frame to sell question onto these lead forms for you. Okay, so that one question is automatically going to be loaded on. If you want any others, you can go ahead and either turn that one off and turn on whatever you want. But you can see right here when Bryan was talking about adding that text message in, you can also just add that one single question. Are you buying another home when your home sells? And so that's got the predefined options so they can select yes or no. And from right there, you'll be able to find out if that's an interested seller that is also going to buy a home afterwards. Okay, so go ahead and look through these different questions and determine which one you want. You're then going to click create form and you are good to go there. Let's talk about interests. So some of the interests that would be good for running seller ads might be real estate investing, real estate in general. We've got real estate appraisals. What else, Bryan?
Of course, you want to add in Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com.
Yeah,
I would also add in anyone that is looking at any kind of renovation of their home. So renovation, we used to be able to target Home Depot, but we can no longer do that. So that's unfortunate because Home Depot is always a good telltale that this was a homeowner. What I actually recommend instead of doing this based off of interests is following some of the previous trainings that we've done about going out and targeting homeowners specifically with platforms like Remine, with PropStream, Property Radar, My Plus Leads neighborhood data, and utilizing those lists that you can upload directly into Facebook. That way, you know, you're pinpointing your particular seller. Now we're seeing the average cost per lead on those be maybe $10, $15 higher cost per lead, but you're pinpointing a home seller directly by utilizing those audiences. So with these particular interests, you know, you'd also want to use things like mortgage calculator because you want to look at somebody that's actually looking at the potential of purchasing a new home as well. But a lot of these interests that you're going to use are going to be the same ones that you would use on the buyer side. You can see Williams pulling in mortgage loans, mortgage calculator. So as he kind of goes down this list, you guys, the big ones that you should target is going to be Zillow, Realtor, and Trulia, because those three websites have the most amount of data imaginable when it comes to the real estate market. And just about everybody starts their home search on one of those three. Facebook has the ability to track all of those individuals that are on their site through their pixels. So when you're targeting people that are interested in those sites, it's folks that have recently been on them. So I would target those first and foremost, add a couple of additional in, and then just go ahead and run that ad.
Absolutely. So down here at the bottom is the ad copy. If you need to edit any of your ad copy, I do like what they auto generate for you here in the system. Your main goal is you just want somebody to click to download that PDF and capture their information as simply as possible. So that's going to populate just a normal lead form where you're going to capture their name, email, phone number, and then that extra question that you decide to add on. And then down here at the bottom, you can actually see the autoresponder message that goes out as well. So if you feel the need to edit that for any reason, you can also do that. But like I said, everything's pretty turnkey here. So a lot of great setups with the PDF guides, and that is the main overview for PDFs.
Awesome. Thanks, William. I'm going to share a couple more things really fast inside listings to leads, just so that I can show you guys a couple of different ad types. So based off of your guys' listings, it's going to give you the opportunity to go ahead and run ads. So we talked about doing a just listed ad earlier. So essentially, if you go to your screen where you guys are looking at your listings, now, of course, we have a corporate account with them. So we have access to all of our agents' listings that are in our program. But you can go ahead and just hit market listing from the just listed. And then you have a just listed ad that you can run from that particular listing. Now, again, William is definitely right. You need to go in and update that form. Be sure to select the beds, baths, and price range that they want in their next home. And be sure to use the ones with predefined options. So beds, baths, price range, and then they automatically have the time frame that's selected here. But make sure that you add those additional 2 questions, and then you can capture just that much more from every single one of these leads that enter your database. Now, the next type of ad that we're going to take a look at really quick is going to be a pending. And so you're going to see the ad is going to look almost identical, but the actual verbiage of this ad changes. So we can see when this home is sold, it will affect your home's value. Click here to get your new updated home value estimate for free. And so it shows pending in Waterford. Right. And then the last one that I want to show you guys before we go ahead and move on to direct mail and all of this awesomeness that Kelly Wheeler is going to lay out in front of you guys is going to be a sold. So this is just going to say sold over 30 days. And so this is going to be an ad that you can definitely run to potential sellers that are in your marketplace so that you can capture these leads coming into your database for home sellers. And again, we're seeing on average, these are coming in anywhere from 30 to 45 bucks a lead for those. We're running the just sold, the pending, and that's nationwide average, being heavily weighted towards major metro markets. So in more rural areas, we typically see a lower cost per contact or cost per lead. So we'll go ahead and move back to sharing the PowerPoint. Give me 1 second to get this back open. And there we go. And we were on page. There we go. So GeoFarm direct mail. So you guys, a couple of different card types you'll see. So it's going to be really important that you guys do a neighborhood drip campaign where you find specific neighborhoods or marketplaces that you want to market to. Now, Kelly keeps doing trainings on this that he keeps killing it with these types of mailers. He sends a mailer out to a particular neighborhood. He wins 2 or 3 listings. He goes and finds another neighborhood that he wants to hit, does the same thing, wins a couple of listings. He just kind of makes his way through town doing this. But what he'll actually do is instead of you see like, and since that actually puts me on the screen, I'm just gonna like move myself over here and point at something. So if we see like right here, the photo of this particular listing where it says seller market, what Kelly will actually do is instead of doing this photo, he'll do a photo of the sign for a local community or a neighborhood. And so he'll have the sign for that local neighborhood, and then he'll drip saying that he has a buyer looking to move to that particular neighborhood or that particular marketplace. So this is going to be examples of what cards are going to look like for a neighborhood drip that you guys would do. These are going to be examples from Kelly's FSBO campaign. I'm just trying to move myself out of the way on this. So just move myself in the bottom right, I guess. But these would be cards that Kelly uses for his FSBO campaigns. And then he just kind of uses all of these, everything, a little bit of everything for the canceled, expired, and withdrawn. So Kelly, are you still here? Your screen went black.
Yes, I am. So you can't see me?
No, is your
dang camera, man? It does this anytime I start the video and stop it. Let me try one more time. Otherwise, I'll just have to talk.
Well, that's okay. We can hear you.
Hold on. Oh, I'll try one more time. All right. So where are we at? I've been listening to you. Where do you want me to go with this?
Go ahead and share your screen. Let's walk them through using mailbox power to dominate a local marketplace.
You got it. There we go.
There we go.
So let's start, guys, with the concept of direct mail. And I'm going to do this very quickly. Mailbox power demonstrate. Uh-oh.
Got it.
Can you see me?
Yep.
All right, let me see if I can pull the video up. I don't know what happened. So do you see my screen?
Yes.
Willie, I'm going to log on one more time, and I don't know what's going on. I guess I'm having an issue. I'm going to hang off. Let me back in the meeting.
Okay. You're muted, Bryan.
Thanks. Everyone bear with us just a moment. Kelly will be right back to walk us through some mailbox power awesomeness. Here he is.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, let me share my screen. All right, so what I want to do, instead of doing a training on mailbox power, because honestly, guys, if you don't use mailbox power, there's 4 or 5 other companies out there. You're welcome to go and explore them. I've used all of them. I've settled on this one, but use whatever you want. But for God's sake, use some type of direct mail. Here's why. It comes down to lead generation cost and then cost per lead acquisition. You know, agents get excited. They go on Facebook and they'll generate a lead on a Facebook ad, you know, for $2, right? Well, how many of those do you need to generate before you actually get an appointment, get a listing, and get a closing? It's more than $2, right? So what you want to do is start to control your cost. I'm fully involved with Facebook ads. I think as agents, we should do it all, but I want to bring some balance to the force, if you will. Email campaigns. I'm running email campaigns like crazy, but they don't have as big a impact in terms of conversion as other forms of marketing. We do a lot of Google pay-per-click ads. Those are real good because that's where people are going to search for cars and restaurants that are local and real estate agents. I mean, that's where people go to search. That's where you want to fish. Why direct mail though? Direct mail has a 90% open rate. And what do I mean by that? You guys go to your mailbox every day. You get your mail. You've got postcards. You look at it. Now, the failure for agents is when you produce a product that doesn't connect with the market. That's a whole different training. But the fact that your client is actually, and today I got a couple postcards that came in. 1 or 2 of them was really good. The other one sucked. But the fact is I'm seeing them. I actually delete emails before I read them if I think it's spamming. I get these phone calls from people I don't know. I just click don't answer, right? But I saw the direct mail. So if you can put together a killer offer and you can put together a card that just makes sense. And here's the kicker, guys. You can only send it to a targeted audience. Instead of sending your cards to everybody in your neighborhood, what if you could go out and just find those people who statistically are going to deal with an agent in the next 12 months? Well, that's what our direct mail program does. So I'm not going to do the whole demo, but when you log in, you can come in here and target specific neighborhoods, which is what I do. I go into a neighborhood and I target every homeowner with a 650 credit score that makes 100 grand a year, that's lived in their home for 6+ years and has X amount of equity in the home. And I extract just those homeowners from the broad neighborhood. So instead of sending out 3,200 cards, I might send out 100 to 200 cards. I'm going to yield a much lower cost per lead acquisition, and I'm going to see really good results and not get frustrated. So with Mailbox Power, they have that lead generation built in. We have other videos for this. You can search for it. But this is a powerful tool. I can find every buyer in any zip code with a 700 credit score that's been renting for 2+ years that makes 100 grand a year. Would you like to have that list? Now, Brian, William, is there any way that I can go to Facebook right now and ask Facebook to run an ad for me? But all I want is a 700 credit score, and I only want people renting for X amount of years. And oh, by the way, I need them to make at least 100 grand a year. Can I pull that list from Facebook very easily?
No, you cannot pull it from Facebook. You can pull
and
it
I
from
believe, guys, that Google has also slapped that down.
That's correct.
So
Google
here
doesn't allow us to use that list anymore to even market.
No, you can't get that list. So that's why the cost per lead acquisition is a lot of money on those deals, because here's why. You're going to have to go and basically run your ad to everybody, and whatever fish falls in the net, then you have to go through that net and qualify, right? I kind of think of it this way. It's the tale of two fishermen. So you got a guy that goes and he gets his canoe and he goes into a lake and he chucks in some dynamite and it blows up. Everything floats to the top. 15 species of fish, 3 alligators, 150 frogs, some tennis shoes, some other ducks or what, I mean, just everything. And then he loads that all on his boat. He goes over to the shore, and then he has to spend a couple days to go through everything to find the bass, the one bass that he wanted. As opposed to the fisherman who goes to the sports shop and buys a radar detector that hones in on bass, puts it on his boat, goes to the lake, spends about an hour, finds the bass and catches it and goes home and eats it. That's direct mail advertising the way that we teach it. Now, the other thing is you've got to be able to couple this type of marketing with a good product. So guys, one of the things that Mailbox Power has done, and this is why I love them so much, is they've changed the game for automating everything. So I will go in and I will target a neighborhood near me. I don't want to go and create a card and then have to do this every month. So what I do is we've automated it. So guys, I'm just going to give you a snapshot of one of the really cool features in Mailbox Power. So I'm going to show you one of my subdivisions. So this is my subdivision. I just started farming it. And then this one, I've gotten 3 listings in already. So on Lakeview Point, just to give you an idea, I'm going to give you a backstage pass. This is a 5 postcard campaign. 1 card a month for 5 months. This entire campaign is going to run me, let's say I have 150 homeowners. It's going to run me about $75 a month for me to send a card to all of the homeowners in my neighborhood. And I'm introducing myself as not only the local real estate expert, but their neighbor. So I'll give you an idea of what the first card looks like once it pulls up. So this card, and guys, they've totally automated this for you. And here's the kicker. They've given you all 5 cards. All of these cards you're going to get, you just need to go in and tweak them. So this card says, help, Bryan, William, whoever. Buyers are looking for a home in Lakeview Point. That's this subdivision. So the first reason why our cards stand out is it personalizes the first name of every homeowner on the list that you can get inside of Mailbox Power. Then it allows you to upload a picture of the subdivision. So I simply just went with my cell phone and took a couple pictures of my neighborhood, things that I know that people that live here would instantly recognize. So that is the entryway to our neighborhood. So I then put, I am not only a realtor, I live here. Now, I'm not going to show you the back of the card. It's got a bunch of offers. That's not what I'm doing today. The back of the card talks about some of my unique selling propositions. But if I return back to automation, here's the second card that goes out next month. And guys, once I attach a list to this and say go, I'm done. I don't have to do anything for 5 months. First name, whoever the person is. It could be Adriana, Thomas, William, Bryan, whoever. It's Kelly, your friendly neighborhood realtor again. Lakeview Point, again, I took the name of the subdivision. All I did was edit it. There it is. I could change this to Granite Bay subdivision. I could even change the color. Check this out. I say, I don't like that color. Let's go black, right? Or let's go blue, whatever. Boom. If you're considering selling, homes in Lakeview Point are selling for record amounts. Let's talk. This is another picture I took with my phone. This is an iconic marquee for Central Florida. It's called the Citrus Tower. So when you come into the neighborhood, you come down this street, you know what this is. So anybody living here knows this is our neighborhood. So that's the second card. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is the third card goes out. When the third card goes out, by that point, if we've done our job right, we should start to see some action. Anybody that lives in this neighborhood knows what this is. This is the dog walking park, right? So going back to automations, what they've done, guys, if you go into automations, this is so easy. You install an automation. Mailbox Power has now given us all of these automations. Every one of these contain cards for free. Like we get these cards. So we just implemented a for sale by owner. You get all those cards. Here is the GeoFarm seller. You simply install it and you're off and running. You get 5 cards with offers. I've spent a lot of time with these guys at corporate and we put offers on the cards. You can go in and change those offers. Now, here's something I want to share with you. Actually, 2 things I want to share with you. This one you do not. For those of you that have Mailbox Power, I want to show you something you're getting ready to get. I just approved this. So check this out, guys. You've got a FSBO campaign inside of your Mailbox Power that's automated. You just install it, change some things, and attach FSBO contacts, and it's off and running. It's a 5-week FSBO campaign. Check out this expired campaign. Time's up. Home expired and did not sell. I can get it sold. I sell homes others could not. Let's chat, right? Experience what makes me different, blah, blah, blah. So that's the first card. William, I don't think you've seen these yet. Here's the second one. Did your last agent fail to sell your home? I can help. Scan this. So right here, we're going to drop a QR code. That QR code could be whatever it could be a bomb video. Hey, this is Kelly, the real estate ninja. Thank you for clicking to see this video. Give me 1 minute. I'm going to share with you what makes me different and why, if you still want to sell your home, we should talk. Here are 3 things that I do totally different from any other agent in town, blah, blah, blah. If you're interested and you don't want to be pressured, you just want an honest conversation about why your home didn't sell, go back to the card. My phone number's on there. Just call me. We will set up a time convenient for you. I appreciate you. Let's get together. Guys, that's the video we can drop right on that card via QR code. So, third card. I know why your home failed to sell with the last agent. We should talk. Bryan, what do you think about that one?
I think that's great.
That's freaking amazing. I can get your home finally sold and save you thousands over other local agents' fees. If your home did not sell with the last agent, it's not always price. It could be the lack of marketing. That's one of the best expired cards I've ever seen. And then here's the last one. Bryan, wondering why your house hasn't sold? Think twice before relisting with the same agent, right? That's a killer card. So those cards are getting ready to be dropped right in here. So guys, in the next 2 weeks, here's what they're doing for agents that want to really get into direct mail. They're giving you a complete done for you automated GeoFarm seller. We are giving you a complete automated GeoFarm buyer campaign. We've given you the for sale by owner. Now we're going to put an expired in. And the last thing we're going to do by the end of the month is put in one for pre-foreclosure. So literally 5 niches automated. Once you bring your list over and take 20 to 30 minutes to edit the cards, you are off and running, guys. These campaigns are set. And I'm going to tell you right now, they work. These campaigns work. So Bryan, anything else you want me to touch on?
No, I mean, that just about covers everything I wanted you to dive into with Mailbox Power. And you guys, when it comes to Mailbox Power, there's no shortage of the types of campaigns that you guys can run. The best part about it is that you can go and select your ideal audience that you want to mail, and you can mail specifically to them. If you have a listing, and actually, I will touch on one more thing with this. If you have a listing, you guys, and you want to go ahead and present that listing to a specific neighborhood inside of Mailbox Power, I'm going to show you guys 2 simple tools that you have inside of Listings to Leads to help you market that particular listing and Mailbox Power so that you can do so. So let's actually go ahead. I'm going to share my screen. Let's go ahead and pop.
Bryan, I just reached out to Joe. We put together a really cool video.
I think we lost Kelly. Kelly, you there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I've got a video, Joe Kenmore, the owner of Mailbox Power. I asked him to send it to me. I was trying to get it a little while ago. Thank you, Jeremy. I want to share this video before we're done for anybody that's still left to show them how powerful this is. This is one of the best videos I've ever seen on direct mail.
Awesome. Well, you guys, one thing I wanted to show you really fast, since we've talked a lot about using your listings to leverage and win more listings, is that you can see that we have a pending listing here. This is a pending in Woodhaven. You guys, one of the cool things about Listings to Leads that also gives us the ability to go down and take a look at a couple of different postcards and door hangers on here. So we can actually go ahead and utilize one of these postcards. I'm just going to go ahead and click download, optimize for Prospect Plus. And this is their preferred mailing system, but we like Mailbox Power. So again, no matter which one you guys use, as long as you're using one, we're happy. But I'm going to get a couple of these images pulled up.
So I actually just spoke to Vince at Listings to Leads, and he said that they will work on getting formatting for. I told him we just need the 4x6s and the 5.5.
This would be incredible.
Yeah. So
this one, guys, let me tell you, this right here is one of the #1 ways agents using Listings to Leads gets listings, by this right here.
So here's the cool thing, you guys. You automatically have a QR code that's built into this. That's awesome, William. If we can get this automated so that they can go ahead and just take the Listings to Leads postcard, update them upload them directly into Mailbox Power, that would be really killer. You guys can take these directly from here, load them into Mailbox Power, and then once you are actually in Mailbox Power, I'm going to log in really fast. Once you guys are in the platform, you can then go to mailing lists. So we can say mailing list. Let's go ahead and order a custom list, and you can actually start based off of a particular location. So you can plug in a radius around an address, type in their home address, and then select a specific radius there, grab all of the homeowners, and then go ahead and target that neighborhood right where you just won that listing. So when you have it just listed, go ahead and send a mailer out. Once it goes pending, send another mailer out showing them how fast the home sold, and then send another mailer out within 30 days of that property being sold, so that you can stay in front of the folks in that local neighborhood. But I'll go ahead and let Kelly take over and share this.
Yeah, guys, if you've got a couple minutes, this is so worth watching. Now, Bryan, how do I, on yours, where do I go to share sound? Okay, hold on, right here.
So when you're sharing, there's going to be a menu bar.
Got it.
Perfect.
You're
dots.
looking for qualified leads in your.
Let me turn the sound up.
You're looking for qualified leads in your geographical area, but finding these qualified leads kind of feels like this. Your dollars go into one of the following, and unqualified leads come out. Just rubbish. Now, if you've experienced this before, you might be thinking, what gives? I'm spending a lot of money for unqualified leads. Marketers and agencies tell you, well, don't stop now. You need more data. It's a long-term game, remember? The best results are in 6 months. Eventually, your dollars will get you enough leads that you'll find qualified ones. You just have to keep playing the game. Well, how much longer can you afford to play? How much more will you lose with results like this? Your business, your quality of life, your family's well-being? What if there was a different game you could play to get qualified leads? What if there was a way that your dollars could give you a list of all qualified leads in your area? So instead of your dollars getting you this, your dollars get you this. What if there was a way your dollars could control who sees your message so that you pay only to reach qualified leads, no one else, with an open rate of 90% or more? Now, you might think to yourself, that sounds awesome if it were possible. Well, there is a direct lead generation platform that lets you do this. It's called Mailbox Power. Let me show you what this platform can do. Let's say you're looking for wealthy households. These are people who have income to spend and invest. They're well established, they have high income, and they have good credit scores. No problem. Mailbox Power found exactly 2,689 wealthy households within 2 miles of your area. Exactly who you're looking for right here. Now, for a list of 2,689 leads, Facebook would charge you $80,000, assuming you're doing really good and averaging $30 a lead. These could be unqualified or qualified leads. But for 2,689 qualified leads, exactly who you're looking for, Mailbox Power would charge you $217.81, averaging 10 cents per qualified lead. Now, you might say, okay, 2,689 leads, that's a lot. I'm looking for something more manageable. Well, no problem. With Mailbox Power, you have control over your targeting. Let's zoom in 1 mile. Oh, look, there's exactly 606 wealthy households 1 mile within your area. For 606 leads, qualified or unqualified, Facebook would charge you $18,000, averaging $30 a lead. For 606 qualified leads, Mailbox Power would charge you $54.42, averaging 10 cents per lead. Now, you might be wondering, how is this possible? Well, you see, Mailbox
not a
Power
lead.
targets based on demographics. You can laser focus in on age, gender, children's age, household income, ethnicity, credit score, hobbies and interests, if they're a homeowner or a renter, home equity.
So
The big thing with this is a creation of an audience. This isn't an actual lead that's been generated. I dig where they're going with the video about the pitch for direct mail and being able to utilize their platform to pinpoint your ideal clientele. The truth of this is, though, you guys, 606 Facebook leads isn't going to cost that much because the average cost per lead isn't.
well,
$30.
if you'll notice, it was California.
Well, either way, $30 per lead is higher, much higher than the average that we run for our cost per lead. But a big thing that I would look at with that is that 606 leads is actually going to be an audience of folks that you're sending those mailers to. But I get their point. They have an awesome platform and they have really good detailed targeting so that we can pinpoint our ideal seller and put a piece of direct mail right in front of them. So I'm a huge fan of the platform. But Facebook definitely still has its place in order to help agents generate listings and grow their businesses. Awesome. Does anybody have any questions on any of the training that we're running today? Great. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap up for the day. I appreciate everybody jumping on and following us live, and we'll see you guys on Thursday at 1 o'clock PST. Thanks everybody for jumping on.